Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and begin, Jenny, since you have joined us. And like I said, if others join us, that's great. We will welcome them to the meeting. Okay, so welcome. And boy, your first order was awesome.
Thank you.
You did a really nice job. Now tell me, how did you find your customers?
So the main customer was myself and Grandma.
Okay.
Grandma was very excited that I was selling again.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, the day after I placed my order, I got more interest of, hey, when's your Avon order going in?
Excellent.
So I've noticed I've already gained a new customer online.
Okay.
And then I've placed my catalogs. I'm trying not to invest too much, unfortunately. I don't have the funds. I'm a single mom. So in the catalogs,
Yep.
with quarantine right now, I'm not going a lot of places anyway. So I decided I'm gonna get a bundle of 10 each time until until I get more customers
Okay.
and they need them also.
Yep.
And then what I'm gonna do is just leave them out in front of people's apartments and, knock on the door, hopefully, and talk to them with my mask and just say, hey, I live in the apartments. I'm selling Avon. Here's an Avon catalog. And if they don't answer, then I'm just going to leave it at their door. And I'll do that with 10 people each campaign. And even if that's only one new apartment a day, that's making progress, I think.
Yes, it is making progress. And it is always more successful to leave a book with someone when you've talked with them because they'll let you know they want the book or not.
Exactly. Yeah. So hopefully I talk to them.
Yes, and then the other thing is maybe put a little sticky note on it that says, please pass this on.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Whether or not they buy from you, when they're done with the book, have them give it to their mom or their next door neighbor or someone that might be interested in looking at it. And that way you've got 2 customers for 1 book. And if that person passes it on, you've got 3 customers for a book.
Yeah.
Always a good idea. Okay. But
Sounds good.
you had a great start. So some of the things that I just want to talk about today is that this is a boss business because you are your own boss. So I want to encourage you to plan like a boss and commit like a boss. And so the B in boss business stands for belief. Build belief with your why. So let's just have you tell me, why did you join Avon?
To get great discounts and good products that I've used since I was a kid.
Okay.
And that I know my kids can use.
Mm-hmm.
And then also make a little bit of money or mainly just pay for my own orders.
Okay. Well, both of those are good goals to have. All right. So think about what you want or expect or look forward to in the next 30, 60, 90 days. What would you buy? What would you pay off or start to pay off? And what would you save for? Now, it may be only one of those 3 things that happens in the first 90 days. And you don't have to answer this. I just want you to think about it. What would you buy? What would you pay off? What would you save for? As a single mom, you may have, well, single or not, you may, want to have bought some Christmas gifts. What would you pay off? Well, most of us have a bill or 2 or more that we could either pay off, or we have a monthly bill that needs to get paid, and it would be nice to bring in some extra money just to pay that bill. So think about which bill you would like your Avon to pay for. And maybe you'll even be able to start a small savings. Start small, build big. Yeah, $1 a week is $52 in a year. And you decide how much you can afford to save. And by the way, you mentioned earlier that you can't afford to buy a lot of books. Okay. We invest in our business as we make money so that you're not spending more than you make. I buy a lot of Avon myself, but my bill never goes over what I'm making that campaign. And often it's less, but I make sure that I'm earning what I spend. And that includes whatever samples or books or office tools that I'm buying from Avon. That's good business. Okay, so we have 3 people, and Jenny, you're one of them that earned prizes in the last order. You haven't received your name tag yet. They're on their way to me from the company that makes them, and then I will send it to you as soon as I get it. So in campaign 26, we had 3 new reps that placed $150 or higher order in their first or second order. These were all first orders. So each of the 3 people, Vicky Ramirez, Mynisha Perkins Clark, and Jenny Hickey, all are going to receive a free personalized Avon name tag from me. I'm really excited that I get to give that to you. So there's other surprises, other prizes that you can put your mind to earn. I sold Avon for 3 years, and then I said, wait, there's trips we can earn? Why aren't I earning those? What do I need to do to earn a trip? My first trip was to the Bahamas with my husband and Avon. It was an Avon trip, and when you travel with Avon, you go in style. It's awesome. So we went to the Bahamas and had a wonderful time. That's the second picture in. The first picture on the left, then I earned a cruise to Bermuda, a 5-night cruise to Bermuda, which was fabulous. Last year, I earned a trip to Los Cabos, Mexico. And the picture on the far right is a picture of the resort in the Dominican Republic that my husband and I will be going to in April, if COVID allows. You can earn these trips. Now, this trip, the Dominican Republic trip, was all earned on sales. Avon gave you a goal to meet, and if you met or exceeded that goal, you earned the trip. And they gave you goals both for 1 person to go and 2 people to go. So I earned for 2 people, and I'm really excited that I did. And we had several trips canceled this year. Many of us did. So I'm really hoping that it will be safe to travel in April. If it's not, Avon will likely move the trip out a couple of months. But when they announce what the next trip is that we can earn, I'd love to see you and my team members going for earning it. Now, the other 3 trips were based on signing people up to your team, and a certain number of them needed to place $150 first or second order. But the last trip wasn't about leadership at all, although it's still a good idea to always work on building your team, but it was strictly on sales. Okay, so why did you say yes to the opportunity of Avon? Well, Jenny, you wanted discounts on the products that you love and you'd like to earn some extra money. Think about what your financial goals are. Money can bring you some type of freedom. Think about how you define freedom. How do you envision yourself when you've reached your goal? So I want you to think about setting a 90-day goal, which is perfect for this time of year when we start thinking about the new year and what we're going to do to grow our business in the first 90 days of the new year. So think about what your goal might be. And you might want to think, I'm going to pay off this bill. I'm going to earn a specific amount to meet this bill every month. I'm going to be able to save some extra money. I'm going to pay for groceries for the month with my Avon earnings, whatever it is. Think of a goal that's good for you that you're willing to work for and that you'll remind yourself you're working for it instead of sitting on the couch on a Saturday when it's raining and you'd rather be eating popcorn and watching a movie than out handing out those 10 books. Think of what you can do, what's going to motivate you, what goal will keep you motivated so that you are working your Avon business to meet that goal. Break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily goals. That's what makes it reachable so that you don't just have this big goal out here, but you've got steps on how you're going to get to that goal. Think about what actions you need to take to meet your goals. Be creative, but also be very specific. And then share your goal with me. I will guide you and support you to help you meet that goal. And connect with other reps who are growing their business just like you. You can connect with them on our team page. You connect with them on when they watch this video or participating in these webinars. And then many of them also have Facebook accounts that you can follow. But be positive and believe in yourself and believe in your future with Avon. Now, this memory jogger is such an important building tool for you. And I included a copy of it when I sent out your first email, your welcome email with the welcome newsletter. And what this does, when we sit down and we start thinking about who can I contact, Avon suggests that you make a list of 50 people that you can contact and ask if they're interested in looking at an Avon book. Now, you don't have to buy that Avon book for every one of these. You can actually send them a link to your store, a link to the Avon brochure, or a link to the digital brochure, whichever one they want to look at. And by the way, when they look at those brochures, even if it's on their phone, they can go page by page and look at each item. And then when they click on something that they like, it takes them right to your Avon online store for them to order if they want to. All right, back to the memory jogger. When you make your list of 50 people, most of us can get through 10 or 12 people, maybe 15, and then we draw a blank. And it's like, wait, who else can I ask? So this memory jogger is just a way of helping you think about places you go or people you know that maybe they would be interested in buying Avon from you. Obviously, we start with our family, our aunts and uncles, our cousins, our grandparents, other people. But what about the bank teller? Next time you go to the bank, hand them an Avon book. Parents of your children's friends, and then you just go through the list. Not every one of these will be something you want to follow on or follow through with, but many of them will spark something for you to think about. Oh yeah, I get my hair cut. I'm going to take one for my hairdresser and I'm going to ask if I can leave 3 of them on the desk at the counter where people pay. Or hand one to the gas when you next time you stop in and get gas. Is there an attendant there? Do they have a convenience store that you can run in and leave a book for that person? Everybody uses products that Avon sells, whether or not they buy from Avon. For example, maybe they don't use perfume or mascara, but everybody uses cleaning products, or everybody washes their clothes, and we sell laundry soap. We sell dish soap. We sell dishwasher pods. We sell so much everyday stuff that we use in the home that people don't even have to go to the store to buy. And Avon is really good quality. Okay. Any questions? All right. So when you start building your contact list, think of it kind of as a birthday cake. All right. The top tier is smallest. It's your friends and family that you would invite to your party in a non-COVID year. So that would be, I don't know, 1 to 5 to 10 people. Who would you invite to your birthday party? The middle tier of your cake is people you know outside of your closest circle. People you work with, your spouse's colleagues, sports moms. Again, try to think of 1 to 5 people. And then the bottom tier is your once in a while friends or former friends. Former people you worked with, former classmates, former neighbors, or even current neighbors, I guess, and just acquaintances. Try to get 1 to 5 people for that tier. And then you've got, if you have a minimum of 5 in each tier, you've already got 15 more people to contact to see if they're interested in buying Avon. And the way to grow your business, and every top person with Avon will tell you this is the way to grow your business. It's called the 5x5 rule. Talk to 5 new people 5 days every week. Now, when I say 5 new people, you're just starting out. So make that call to 5 people, or text 5 people, or Facebook 5 people, or Instagram 5 people. Sometimes these are not just pick up the phone and call. Could be you're going to talk to 5 people when you run your errand to the grocery store. You're going to talk with the clerk. Maybe you're going to talk with 4 customers. Okay. I find wearing the name badge that says Avon and my name, I often don't even have to approach people. They approach me because they see Avon and they ask me if I have a brochure or a book. And I always make sure I have extra books with me in my purse whenever I walk into a place when I'm wearing that name tag. Okay, talk to 5 new people 5 days a week. Now, when we first start doing this, it's easy for the neighbors and the people we know. That's okay. Start with what you're comfortable with. And as you get more comfortable, then start talking to strangers. I find a nice way of approaching someone is comment on their hair or a piece of clothing or a piece of jewelry. We all love compliments. So give someone a compliment and then say, hey, you know, we have earrings that are kind of like that. We have very nice quality, chic earrings with Avon. Would you be interested in an Avon book? And hold it out for them. So if you do that, within 1 month, you will have talked to 100 people about Avon. Now, if I told you to go find 100 people and talk about Avon, we would all be overwhelmed. But when we talk to 5 people 5 days a week, in just 4 weeks, we will have talked to that many people. So start small. Maybe you're only comfortable talking to 2 people a day. That's okay. 5 people is for people that are advanced and have the skills, but it's a goal for you. Okay. 1 person signs up as a customer for about every 10 people we talk with. If you talk to 100 people in a month, technically you should have about 10 new customers. The other thing is 1 person signs up to sell Avon on your team for every 20 people you talk with. That's the average, which brings you 5 new team members every month. You have a potential there of a $250 bonus because you make 20 bucks with people that sign up, and a $500 bonus for the title of Bronze Ambassador. And once you get a certain number of people signing up on your team, and you reach a certain level of sales between yourself and them, then bonuses start happening. So what would you do with that $500? Think of your 90-day goal. and you wanted to pay off a bill, you could do it within those 90 days, especially by building a team and building up those titles. And that's for a different training on how to do that, but I am here to help you every step of the way on that. Okay, so the B was belief, believe in yourself. The O is for outreach. It's the outreach in the boss life approach. It's about sharing your love for Avon, and in return, it can open doors for you with more earnings and success. When you share your story and your passion with others, then you build your customer base, you build a team. It's a win-win for any successful Avon beauty boss. So ask yourself, who are the 25 people I will contact this week, and how will I contact them? Phone, email, text, social media, maybe more than one of them. Okay. So some tips for outreach. Set a goal and be intentional. How many people are you going to contact? This is part of your planning process. I like to plan every Sunday night or during the day when I have an extra little bit of time. What is my week going to look like? Because if I don't put it on my calendar, it tends not to happen. But if it's on my calendar, I do it. So that's part of the planning process. Give yourself time to plan for your week and look at your calendar. You know what your schedule is. If you know you've got kids' doctor's appointments one day during the week, that's not the day you're probably, going to be wanting to put in your order. Or maybe contacting 5 people, although if you're at the doctor's office, it might be an easy way to contact 5 people. But look at your days that you're free, the times you're free, and schedule your workload into the hour each day that you want to work. And beauty is best when shared. Use the 5x5 system. Talk to 5 people 5 days a week. Make a connection with 25 people. Expand your contacts and your posts on social media. Connect and encourage them. Be their cheerleader and let them know they can do it. And by the way, I know that you also are new. Many of you that watch this call are new. I'm here to help you and show you the way. You may feel like you're not their cheerleader because you're still learning Avon. Well, everyone's invited to my trainings. Everyone's invited, even on your team, to be part of our team group page on Facebook and reach out to me when they have questions. I also can do a 3-way call with you and your team member and myself, and I can answer questions for them as well as for yourself. So I'd love for you to have the opportunity to earn a prize. Send me your 90-day goal and send me the steps and the timeline to achieve your 90-day goal. Follow good practices and use the 5x5 method. Send me a text or an email by next Wednesday, that's the 23rd of December, telling me how many contacts you made and what the method was of the contact that you had. So you will get a prize if by next Wednesday you tell me what your 90-day goal is, you send me the steps to the timeline to achieve that goal, and you start using good practices and the 5x5 method. Keeping in mind, in order to earn the prize, you do not have to have contacted 25 people by next Wednesday. If you do the 5x5 method, you will have done that. But maybe you only want to start with 2 or 3 people a day. You set your goal. I think a 90-day goal needs to be kind of a little bit bigger goal. And then smaller goals would be, one way I'm going to reach that goal is contact 2 people every day. And maybe in the 3rd week, you're going to move it up to 3 people a day. So by the end of the 90-day, you'll be at your 5 by 5. You do what's most comfortable for you. Okay, lastly, if I get this up, thank you for joining me. Let me know if you found this webinar helpful. I'm thinking of scheduling a webinar once a month. I'd like to know if you will plan to attend. Okay, I talk about any discussion you want. You just have to let me know what you're interested in hearing. Now, I recorded this today, so I'm going to share it with others, with the team, for those that weren't able to be on tonight. And that's fine. I had time to answer questions, but since we have a limited number of people on the call and no questions are coming in, I'm going to go ahead and close. Thank you for joining me if you were on the call. Are there any questions before I end?
No questions. I just wanted to say thank you, Alice.
Oh, you're
I
very
was listening and watching, paying attention while I was making dinner. Dinner's almost done.
There you go. I appreciate that you joined us. I understand it's, there's never the best time to have these, but the East Coast people, if they were on, I heard from several of them today, and with the storm that moved in today, many of them were thinking they might not be on at 8 o'clock tonight. So, because they were getting snow already at 10 this morning in New Jersey, and they're expecting not pleasant weather over the next couple of days. So anyway, thank you, Jenny, for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for watching this. Take care. I'm always here for you. If you have questions, just reach out to me. Thanks so much. Bye now.